The 61st Annual Colorado Garden and Home Show is presented by Colorado Garden Foundation and the blooms at the Colorado Convention Center this Saturday, or it blooms at the Colorado Convention Center this Saturday, February 22nd through Sunday, March 1st. Now, the show will showcase more than 650 exhibitors, 11 professionally landscaped gardens, free seminars, hot products, and a whole lot more. So join me this morning with an insider's look at the show, a very familiar face, Mr. Jim Fricke, Executive Director of the Colorado Garden and Home Show, and we've got show participant Belko Credit Union. From Belko, we have Ashley Gross. Thank you both so much for being here.
Good morning.
Thanks
Thank you.
For having us. Were just chatting about, pallets and getting stuff in and out of the convention center because we are coming up on it. But what are we keeping an eye out for this year, Jim? Let's start with you. What's up at the Garden and Home Show?
Everything for your home.
Yeah.
I always say that, but people are like, well, what's down at the show? And I'm like, from the time you hit your driveway, inside and outside your houses, anything you need to renovate your home. And at the same time, when you're there, there's about 10,000 flowers in bloom.
Yeah.
We started planting the flowers in August. We started planting them in the gardens yesterday.
Yeah.
And it actually smells great inside the convention center, which is really strange for being in the month of February. But we just transform it into spring in February.
You really do. It feels warm in there too to me.
Yeah.
Maybe it's just the smell and all those familiar, sounds, and you hear the water flowing in the background. Let's talk about CSU's Educational Garden at this year's show. What are some of the gardening problems and solutions that you guys are going to be showcasing? So
we've been working with CSU for at least 30 years now, and we work with them on their garden. They bring in master gardeners who are there to answer any question that anybody would have about plants, trees, shrubs, everything. This year, they always focus on something different. They always have the new plants, the plant select plants that are new for this year that they've grown in a greenhouse so people can see them, touch them, feel them, and ask all kinds of questions. But they're also focusing on insects, the good insects and the bad insects for the garden. And so, while they're focusing on bees and how great the pollinators are for us, they're also focusing on things like the Japanese beetle, and of course we all talk about the emerald ash borer now, and what it's doing to trees. And so they really have everything to educate people on what's going on with plants and trees and shrubs.
I like that. And you're actually going to educate us right now. We're learning a new term, therapeutic gardening. What is this all about?
Well, so we're going to talk a little bit about in a second about the nonprofit and what we do, but we have seen a lot of therapy garden grants that we've been doing over the years. And this year we actually have a garden in the show that is a Zen garden. Nice. And he is focusing on just that being at home and being in that calm place and the benefits of plants and that plant environment for people and people's mental health. And so it's something we've never done before down at the show, and so we're really excited that Artistic Landscaping is a company doing it. We're really excited that he's doing it.
Yeah, I think that's going to be a popular spot for folks to check out. So you've got a lot of topics presented in 50 free educational seminars this year. So what are some of the topics that are be covered? So on the show floor there's a theater, and so with your price of admission, there's anything from aging in place, which is a huge topic right now for seniors, to remodeling, kitchen remodeling, bath remodeling. But then we work with Botanic Gardens, and they're doing sessions on water gardening, different other insects, new plants, really a lot of different topics that are really designed to give the regular homeowner some good educational information when they walk away. Yeah, I think it's going to be a lot of fun. You'll meet a lot of like-minded people there as well. Yeah. Now, this is all put on by the Colorado Garden Foundation. So how does this nonprofit work, and who does it go to help? Well, so the nonprofit started 62 years ago. The show's 61 years old, and it started the same year the Botanic Gardens was started to raise money to help fund the Botanic Gardens. And it became, the reason we're a garden and home show, not a home and garden show, is for the first 10 years it was a garden show here in Denver. We added home products, or they added home products, I wasn't there then. They added home products 10 years later. And all the money that we make on the show is awarded in horticulture-related scholarships and grants. We do 2 shows, we also do a fall home show. This year we will award $750,000 in grants and scholarships. We have 4 kids on full ride scholarships up at CSU that are studying in the horticulture ag field. Yeah. We also have 14 other scholarships, and then we do a lot of grants around Colorado. And it's anything from community gardens to greenhouses at schools to a lot of horticulture therapy gardens, which we talked a little bit ago. And so, but it's all the money we make just stays right in the state of Colorado. 64 organizations are getting grants. That is awesome. Yeah. Now, Ashley, let's switch things over to you. Why is it so important to Belko to be a part of the show?
Well, the show is a great opportunity for homeowners to become inspired, to remodel or landscape. And attendees can visit our booth to learn about smart ways to finance those projects. One option being Belko's Choice Line home equity product, which we'll have a special on. or if they're interested in saving for the projects, we have great high rate savings products available as well.
I like that, because once you're there, you are going to get inspired, and if you've got ways for us to figure out how to afford it, that is a good thing. Now, Belko's participated in the grant program since 2013, and you've given more than $220,000 to the effort since the start of the partnership. This really aligns with your company values.
Yeah, the grant program is really special to us. It's important for Belko to give back to our local Colorado communities, and this project really helps us do that.
Yeah. Well, Jim, if you had to give us any standout spots to check out, what are just maybe 2 or 3 that we can check out at the Garden and Home Show?
When you walk in, you're going to see the entry garden. Itself has about 2,500 flowers. We're working with Special Olympics Colorado, and we're focusing on the 4 seasons of athletics that they have over the course of a year. It's going to be really, really cool and really fun. And the other thing is there's a lot of great companies that have great deals. And so if you do want to get something for your house done, realize you can't just walk in and walk out with windows. It takes a lot of planning, measuring, and everything else. And so if you have spring projects coming, get down there and start talking to the companies now.
Yep, start the conversation. All right, thank you both for being here. Well, get ready for spring by attending the Colorado Garden and Home Show at the Colorado Convention Center. It starts this Saturday, February 22nd, and runs through Sunday, March 1st. Learn more and get tickets in advance online at coloradogardenfoundation.org.